The birth of Jesus Christ is commemorated by millions of people around the world with Christmas celebrations on December 25th. Yet, most scholars agree that he wasn't born on that day, and perhaps not even in Bethlehem, as tradition has led us to believe. In the heart of the ancient world, a story unfolds about a humble birth that changed the course of history. Join us as we delve into the mysteries surrounding the birthplace of Jesus. Nestled within the rolling hills of the Middle East, we find Bethlehem. For centuries, this town has been celebrated as the birthplace of Jesus, but how certain can we be? Archaeological evidence provides us with hints. Excavations in Bethlehem have uncovered artifacts dating back to the time of Christ, adding weight to the biblical narrative. Yet, questions still arise. Historical records from ancient texts offer a glimpse into the past. Sources beyond the Bible, such as Roman and Jewish accounts, mention Bethlehem during this pivotal era. Many scholars do not see the Luke and Matthew nativity stories as historically factual, regarding them as laced with theology and presenting two different accounts and genealogies. For instance, they point to Matthew's account of the appearance of an angel to Joseph in a dream, the wise men from the east, the massacre of the innocents, and the flight to Egypt, which do not appear in Luke, which instead describes the appearance of an angel to Mary, the Roman census, the birth in a manger, and the choir of angels appearing to the shepherds in the fields. Scholars such as E.P. Sanders consider Luke's census, for which everyone returned to their ancestral home, not historically credible, as this was contrary to Roman practice. They would not have uprooted everyone from their homes and farms in the empire by forcing them to return to their ancestral cities. Moreover, people were not able to trace their own lineages back 42 generations. While the Gospels show little interest in synchronizing the episodes of the birth or subsequent life of Jesus with the secular history of the age, they are considered to contain some useful biographical information. Jesus being born near the end of the reign of Herod, during the reign of Emperor Augustus, as well as Jesus' father being named Joseph, are considered historically plausible. According to some scholars, there is no uniform agreement among them on the historical accuracy of the accounts. For example, most that reject the verifiable historical placement of the birth at Bethlehem argue for a birth at Nazareth, a few suggest Capernaum, and others have hypothesized locations as far away as Chorazin. Archaeologists have uncovered remnants of ancient dwellings from the early Roman period in Nazareth. This evidence fuels debates over whether the town holds deeper significance. Bruce Chilton and archaeologist Avram Oshry have proposed a birth at the town of Bethlehem of Galilee, a site located 7 miles, 11 kilometers, from Nazareth, where items and remains dating back to the time of Herod the Great have been excavated. Armand P. Tarek states that Chilton's hypothesis has no support in either the Jewish or Christian sources, although Chilton seems to take seriously the statement in Luke chapter 2 verse 4 that says, "Joseph also went up from Galilee out of the city of Nazareth into Judea to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem." Pilgrimage sites in Bethlehem testify to enduring traditions. The Church of the Nativity stands as a testament to centuries of belief in Bethlehem as the birthplace. However, it's essential to consider the political landscape of ancient Judea. The census ordered by Caesar Augustus may have influenced where families, including Joseph and Mary, traveled. The debate also extends to interpretations of biblical prophecies. Some argue these writings were meant allegorically rather than as literal geographical pointers. Scientific advancements have allowed researchers to date materials found at these sites more accurately. Carbon dating offers insights into the timelines of significant discoveries. Cultural and religious perspectives play a crucial role. Different Christian denominations hold varied views on the location, each rooted deeply in tradition. Local law passed through generations enriches our understanding. Stories from Bethlehem's residents add a personal dimension to this historical quest. Researchers have speculated that the Roman Catholic Church chose December 25th because it ties in with the winter solstice and Saturnalia, a festival dedicated to the Roman deity Saturn. The Church could also co-opt this popular pagan festival, as well as the winter celebration of other pagan religions, by choosing this day to celebrate Jesus' birthday. However, nobody really knows exactly when Jesus was born. Some scholars believe that he was born between 6 BC and 4 BC, based partly on the biblical story of King Herod the Great. In an attempt to kill Jesus, the king allegedly ordered the death of all male infants under the age of 2 who lived in the vicinity of Bethlehem, an event known as the Massacre of the Innocents. This occurred shortly before Herod's own demise, a date which is still disputed. However, most scholars follow the date used by Roman historians who believe that Herod died in 4 BC. Historians, however, do disagree about Herod's actual year of death, and many have argued that the mass infanticide is nothing more than a legend. Other scholars have attempted to correlate the Star of Bethlehem, which supposedly heralded Jesus' birth, with actual astronomical events to pinpoint his birth year. One theory suggesting that the Star of Bethlehem may have been Venus and Jupiter coming together to form a bright light in the sky, a rare event that occurred in June of 2 BC. Another possibility is a similar conjunction between Saturn and Jupiter, which occurred in October of 7 BC. Other theories, like a slow-moving comet, which Chinese observers recorded in 5 BC, have been debunked. And finally, we must acknowledge there are some scholars that believe he was never born because the historical Jesus did not exist. He is a myth, like Hercules and Thor. Mythicists, as these scholars are called, vigorously argue that the accounts of Jesus are completely or mostly of a mythical nature, questioning the mainstream paradigm of a historical Jesus in the beginning of the 1st century who was subsequently deified. Most mythicists note that Christianity developed within Hellenistic Judaism, which was influenced by Hellenism, and that early Christianity and the accounts of Jesus are to be understood in this context. Mainstream scholarship asserts that there indeed was a historical Jesus and do not agree with these theories. Ultimately, the exact location and timing of the birth of Jesus may remain shrouded in mystery, yet the significance of this event transcends geographic boundaries, resonating across the world. In exploring the birthplace of Jesus, we uncover a tapestry woven from faith, history, and archaeology. The journey invites us to reflect on the enduring impact of that humble nativity.
And if you think this video was amazing, wait until you see the next one, right here on Ancient Memoria.